What's going on, folks? In the replay, it's your boy Metal, Tin Man TNA podcast, and Spotify's and all the Tin Man TNA stuff. Waiting for some folks to jump in here on this live. Had a rather eventful day here. So, gonna come on here and talk about it a little bit. There is my boy Andrew. What's up, brother? Yeah, we made it through the storms okay. Everything kind of went east, south, and then east. So, good here. Oh, dude, I had this stupid thing. I drink beer, drink water, drink tea or juice or whatever, drink soda, pop, whatever, soda. Um, Anything cold, I get one hiccup. My wife and the girls, they'll just hiccup, 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 hiccup. I get one, and it hurts. It sucks, but yeah, it's better than having hiccups for like an hour. You can't get rid of. But we got literally, I fire up the camera and I get like 5 texts. It's totally adorable, dude. Totally adorable. Just one. Yeah. Literally, I go live and then never fails. Stupid little freaking pecker fly in here. It's a little early for them to be out, but whatever. Good afternoon, GW. Hello, Krista. Hope everyone is having a fantastic afternoon. Oh, you're good, ACR, man. You're good. We had the storms looming here. Got hit really good, got dark, thunder, lightning, the whole Luke Combs song thing, and rain going upside down, sideways, every which way. And then we brought everything down to the basement, all the animals down with us and everything between the cave and the family room, the home theater. It's all underground, no windows, no nothing. So we brought everybody down here, and then about an hour later, everything's blue skies and sunshine and puffy white Simpsons clouds, and here we are. So yeah, ended up getting a notification that we were supposed to get another round. Up until 8 o'clock, they had us under another tornado watch or tornado warning. Sorry. And then we were like, I said to the wife, I was like, okay, look, let's get some calories on board. Let's do dinner now. Don't know when the girls are deciding to come home, so let's just eat. So we fired up some burgers real quick. We didn't go out and do anything with the grills or anything because, well, frankly, it's soaking wet and still windy outside. So we just did the cast irons on the stove and had some burgers and some good old fashioned Napoleon Dynamite tater tots, and got calories on board, and they were delicious. And so I'm like, you know what? Let me finish doing my chores and stuff. Then I'm gonna go down, do a quick podcast, and then I'm jumping on the live. Few hours late, but whatever. I'm still getting it in, right? So what's going on out in the West Coast and with Mr. GW? I don't know if y'all can hear that. My wrists and stuff just sound like Rice Krispies. A buddy made fun of me for that yesterday. We went out to dinner with our nephew and a couple of my close friends and Minutemen brothers from county over, and all met local bar pub thing. Had a bunch of good food, bunch of good beers, and yeah, we got up to leave and give her our hugs and say our goodbyes and stuff. And I'm like, man, pop, 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 crack, crack, crack. One dude looks at me, he's like, sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies, dude. I'm like, that's what happens being a tradesman for all the years I've been. Glory, welcome, welcome, friend. Was just chatting with Justin here a little bit ago, Twin Arrows, and we might see him make an appearance. I'm not sure. We may. But yeah, while I was recording the episode 48 of the podcast, I was trying to get through it just in case the interwebs did one of these to me. Um, hurry up, get through that. If I get cut off in the live, everybody's going to understand. You know, we've been having storms go through the area. Podcast, not so much. So I ended up, I was recording, doing all my things, whatever. Well, yeah, while I was finishing off doing editing and stuff, I was messaging back and forth with ACR and with Twin and stuff like that. So I don't know if he's going to join us or not. Waiting to give him a freaking blue wrench, but haven't been on here with him for a while. But anyway, hope everybody's having a good day, good evening, good night, whenever in the world, wherever in the world you may be. Whether you're watching the replay or here with us live. Yeah, I started out the day like sweating my butt off, and then when the storms rolled in, it was like freezing cold, and had a hoodie on and everything else. And when I was talking with ACR earlier after I got tires on my truck, it ended up like it was drizzling and raining and stuff like that, a little chilly. No, Twin's not in here yet. I was just texting with him. That's all. Well, messenger. Um, but yeah, I was leaving there and talking to Mr. ACR, and I'm like, I'm wearing a rain jacket. Then it was like bright and sunny and beautiful, and then Twister 2 came, and then nothing, and now it's just rainy and stupid out. But I did 48, got it in the books, and yeah, that was a fun one. It's a shorter episode for me. Normally I can go on for an hour plus, but it was about 52 to 53 minutes. Randomosity stuff, random current events, what's going on. I like to take at least twice a year on the podcast and remind the silly Sallies to take and check their batteries and their lights and their optics and all their storage. Um, doing all that kind of stuff, like making sure like all their batteries are topped off, making sure all of their optics are good, making sure all of their flashlights, making sure their winter and rain gear and all that kind of stuff is good to go for the winter. Then come back around in the spring, and then I remind the guys to take and do all the things to get it ready for spring and summer. So just one of those periodically, you know, thorns in the side just to keep people checking their gear. Because some guys will pack their stuff up and throw it in a bag, throw it in a corner, and forget about it for however long. I personally am going through my stuff all the time. Yeah, yeah, you're in a t-shirt and grilling, and I'm in a tank top and doing a live in the cave. uh, yeah, I am wearing shorts too. It's temperature wise. Let's see, what are we looking at here in the mountains of Pennsylvania? Um, the interwebs is currently telling me we're at like 56. We had a high of 66 today. Up here, that's like shorts, whatever, shorts and t-shirt anymore. Um, tomorrow's supposed to be pretty crappy though. Supposed to be getting snow and high at 37 and low at 26. So that's why I like to throw in the gear checks and making sure all your stuff is good because this kind of stuff happens. Um, yeah, and by the end of the week, we're looking at like Wednesday, we're looking at 72. Thursday, 53 as a high and 26 as a low. So we're getting down back down below freezing at night. but during the days it's fairly temperate. Um, Krista, it's been blowing hard for 2 days. I know as well as you do. That's typical. It- they call it dry shitties for a reason. But no, weather's been kind of weird. I was talking with Twin, and he was saying the same thing. Like their weather is kind of weird. We're just like, just stop with all the freezing and back and forth crap. I just want to get in my garden. I just want to get the garden plotted out, get everything in the ground, and get this show on the road. I hate mowing, but I love getting the stuff off the garden. So I want to get to doing that. No apple juice today. The beverage is the wild cherries and cream Pepsi. Um, I don't always drink soda, but when I do, I prefer the Pepsi. Stay thirsty, my friends. Yeah, up there in where Krista is, high desert region, a lot of dust storms and a lot of wind. No, no ICR. It's just a little cherries and cream Pepsi. Saw him at the store. I was like, okay, that kind of sounds good. I thought it was just cherry Pepsi. So I said to the wife, I said, hey, grab a 12 pack of that cherry Pepsi. I could go for cherry Pepsi. Shiner lemonade shandy. Ooh, we got Kugels up here. They have some decent shandies. But I was like, grab me that cherry Pepsi. I haven't had that in a while. And then come to find out it's actually cherries and cream, which I was like, okay, I'm a game. It's good. It'd be really good if I had some whipped cream vodka for it. That'd be delightful. Yeah, Kugels is right up the way. Yeah, we got some pretty good beers up here. And y'all ever make it up here, we'll make sure to get you through. Yeah, I saw Kugels is like selling or closing or somebody's buying it. Well, they're trying to buy it back. They're trying to keep it open. That was just here in our local paper. They are trying to keep it open. But now whoever was buying it is like, no, it's ours now. So we'll see what happens if they can, because I think they were within their window to say no, we're not going to sell. So we'll see what happens with it. But I could do like one of their beers. I could do one of their Kugels, but like the orange one was good and the regular shandy was good, but like into the grapefruits and the watermelons and those, I drink one and they just give me a headache. Yeah, Krista, for sure. If anything, if y'all need anything, holler at us. I mean, we're world away, but I still got friends out there. I hope it works out with the. What's up, Jacob? Welcome to the live, Mister Jacob. But no, there's a lot of cool breweries out here. Um, Obviously Yingling, Kugels, Rolling Rock. I'm not a fan of. Um, we got Helltown, we got Stonebridge, we've got. I mean, I can just sit here for hours and list all the badass breweries we got around here. But yeah, Kugels is one of the ones that has been around for quite a while, and I'd like to see it stick around. There's a lot of people like their shandies. They're a good float in the river kind of beer. Um, Go out, inner tubes, float a cooler with you, tie it off, put it in its own inner tube, float it down the river. Yeah, us stupid people do that. We're not really in a hurricane or tornado area up here in the mountains in Pennsylvania. Um, we just get hellacious thunderstorms and sometimes ends up popping off with a tornado or a microburst. Everything's good. Just had hellacious winds and rain coming this way and this way and this way and all of these ways and booming, and it got black as could be for a while, but then it just cleared up and everything was good. Yeah, Chris has got some good rivers to float up there in the Northwest. I can attest to that. Can attest to that. Just don't go out into the Columbia. Grit and Grace, how you faring down there, sister? All of our stuff got called off. We're good. Just thunderstorm warnings. Pilgrim, welcome, brother. Good. I'm glad everything's still standing. Everything's good. Grit and Grace, I was showing my wife the little shorts with the cows and stuff. She's like, I love cows. I'm like, well, we can make a venture down and say hey, and she can come scratch some grass puppies. Indiana, used to be the swamps. Oh, you're not too far out, and we'll take you up on that one of these days, Grit and Grace. We get some better weather. We don't have to worry about houses flying and cows flying and ruby shoes sticking out from underneath a house. Yeah, Jacob, you're not too far off over there in Indiana. Yeah, field trip. I was actually when I met up with my nephew and my boys yesterday. Um, we were talking about getting together and having a range day. Um, gonna end up doing that sometime here in April. Um, there may be some video come of that. I'm not sure, depending what we can do. The funny thing is, though, we were talking about going down to North Carolina to Brush Beater and going to see his store and possibly getting Twin to come over and meet up with us and having a big thing, whatever. Anybody down in that area, come up, meet up with us, whatever. Um, Loft the arm, welcome. But we'll see how that pans out if we can even get everybody's schedule lined up to go down. Range day, I definitely have your attention. I definitely have my own attention with range day. I've been aching to get out and shoot. Like, got my training budget of ammo, and I'm like, okay, I want to use it, want to use it, want to use it, want to use it. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. And every time I make plans, somebody backs out, or somebody's back out, or where we go to shoot, no, we can't because they're doing this, that, or the other. Because there's a big farm up there, and we can get out to 1,000. We just have to talk to the owner of the farm, and he'll put the cows in the barn for us and block off the roads, and we have a backstop out at 1,000 that we can get out that far. 500, 300, 100, plus all of our training area and all of our obstacles and all that shoot house kind of cool stuff. Um, yeah, it's kind of cool, but can't always use it because they're working the farm or something. So we have to adjust accordingly and go to the FUD sanctioned ranges, which kind of sucks because we like to do yeehaw stuff. And I'll throw on my Batman mask and do yeehaw stuff. It's kind of cool. Let's catch up here. Yeah, the FUD ranges around here are terrible, terrible. It's literally three, like here where I live, it's like you can shoot 3 rounds, but you can't shoot them too fast. You can only have 3 rounds in your AR, your whatever. Otherwise, it's rapid fire if you try to shoot too fast. If they can figure a round count on you, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but they all have glasses with side shields and pocket protectors with pens they've stolen from local businesses and whatever, and try to say, hey, blah, 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 you can't do this or you can't do that. I'm like, bite me. I had 10 rounds in this magazine for a specific drill, and you're gonna squash on my jewels because I'm shooting 10 rounds, like two, 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 four, six, eight, 10. I'm not really doing a whole lot of craziness. I'm shooting five targets, 2 rounds each. They're just stupid. A buddy of mine went in with a, he had, it was his first time to one of the ranges, and he has an FRT, and it was his first time out using it, getting the feel for it. And they like tried to like, you can't have full auto here. He's like, it's not full auto. It's clearly not full auto. Look, try. It's not. Like, you can't shoot that fast. Like, not trying to. I'm trying to learn a new trigger setup. And he was trying to build a competition rifle. Um, because he was looking at doing three gun and stuff like that, and he wanted to be able to well, needless to say, he never went back to that range after that, and I don't blame him. Well, I was talking to ACR a little bit here a few days ago about how whenever I do a class, how I like to do it with live reaction stuff. Um, Somebody don't know if they shoot a fixed target somewhere, it's going to go, or if they're going to get water balloons chucked at them, or if there's going to be fireworks flying off, or random fireworks tossed out, little tossed out onto the range, and just to get that whole thing. Um, I agree, oh glory. You gotta have a steady diet going there with those freedom seeds. Yeah, I have to. I just got the chat here. I hope your buddy's doing good from the dog attack. Um, don't know. I don't know the story on that or anything, but I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's healing up. Everything's going to be good, and my prayers are with the man. But yeah, I'd like to be able to just take whatever I have and go to a range and just do the range things with the stuff for the range. But yeah, a lot of times you can't. So you have to go to the privates, somebody or something like that. Um oh, so you're talking about your puppers. How old is your little buddy there, Glory? Here a couple years ago I lost my 14-year-old Great Dane. She was my 18 years. Wow. That's pretty old for a dog. Um my girl Siren I got when I lived in Washington. I actually bought her out in Yakima. Crystal will know where that's at. Went and got her out in Yakima. Um, she was my best buddy. I love that dog. She was born deaf. Couldn't hear a thing, so she did sign language with me. Her name was Siren, but we called it sigh language because it was different hand symbols and things like that she could understand. Some of it was from like ASL because my son's deaf. My oldest, my boy, he was born not born deaf, but he was born with some issues, and it ended up causing him to go deaf at a very young age. So he learned sign language. So I had to learn sign language with him. So some stuff was like actual, food. poop, things like that. That some sign language, but everything else was like what she would understand as it being a sign for something. So if she wanted to go outside, we'd go like this: four legs, wiggle around, almost like a dog running. It's what she thought would mean go outside. Um, just lost her here about 2 years ago, and it was very difficult for me. Whenever she got sick the year before, it was I I I was a mess. So I understand what it's like being in that aspect right now, and I hope he's okay, and I hope everything's good. 90-pound pit basically took his. Oh, poor little poppers. Yeah, if there's any pain meds or anything like that, they're gonna. Um, there are certain things. It could even be something for like a puppy stool softener and stuff like that. They have those available. They definitely help out. Um, though you are gonna want to watch them real close just to make sure you can get them outside or to like a little whizzy pad or something like that. What's the next video for me? I don't know. I don't know. Fish oil is definitely a good one. Fish oil is definitely a good one. Um, I have this video right here where I'm going over that chest rig. I'm kind of debating on redoing that video, but I'm also kind of debating on just saying, full send and putting this one out. Um, we'll see. It's probably going to, yes, pumpkin puree, Krista. Yes, we give that to Magnus. It helps him quite a bit. Um, yeah, as far as videos go, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's so much I want to do, but every time I go to do something, something happens and then pulls me from what I had intended to do to doing something else I wasn't intending to do. So we'll see what happens. Probably end up being the chest rig video. Welcome to the party. Yeah, it's back when I didn't give two craps and I'd just literally be like, I'm just gonna do a bunch of dumb stuff and whatever. It's like whatever. Now that I'm like actually trying to be like mindful about it, and like, okay, this might be cool, that might be cool. Da-da-da, I end up getting kneecapped somewhere along the lines. I've talked about my philosophy when it comes to plate carriers and chest rigs and stuff like that before. Um, but I'll bring it up again here. This is different audience here. Um, I like personally, I don't care what the climate is, whether it's hot, cold, whatever. I like to wear my plate carrier when I have more of a tendency to be a bullet magnet. If the area I'm in has more people, I could potentially be more of a bullet magnet. If I'm dealing with more structures, not necessarily in a city, but even in an urban environment, rural, but like a subdivision in the country, you know, I might want to wear a plate carrier. If I'm way out in the middle of nowhere, probably not doing a plate carrier. I'm probably doing a chest rig. My thing is either I'm acting as a designated marksman and I use one style of chest rig, or I'm acting as a rifleman and I'm using a different chest rig. Rifleman, I'm carrying far more mags. DM, I'm carrying less mags. Um, but I also do different roles when I'm in each of those aspects too. So it just kind of depends on what the situation is. Um, the Condor I have back here, that thing works great. The only complaint I have is the back has the X. It's not the most comfortable thing, but whatever. My Spiritus has the H. I like it, but it doesn't carry crap for mags. It carries literally two AR English motherfucker. Two AR mags and two pistol mags and a flashlight. That's all I can carry on that custom Spiritus. On my Yakeda that I got, that I'm rolling the video around, I showed on the last live. Um, it allows me to carry four mags, but I also carry two on my belt. So I still have six on me, but not like with those things where I carry six or eight on the carrier, then one on the belt and one in the gun. I'm like rocking like 10, 8 to 10. No, I'm carrying like six and that's it. Um, just because my gun is so much heavier. My one that one of the ones that got my little PP smacked my first live. So can't show it, but I got a video on it. It's my DMR video, the Grendel. Um, that rifle, 20-inch barrel, heavier optic, bipod, all that. It's built substantial, so I wanted it built substantial. Yeah, I know I'm packing extra weight, but at that point, I don't care because I know what I have in that platform. Um, with my others, they're lighter, so I can carry more magazines on me. I mean, if I could, I'd carry like 70 freaking magazines on me, and I'd still probably feel naked because I'm not being supplied by the big green weenie with crates of mags and ammo and stuff. So, but yep. Hold on, let me jump back here through the chat here because I think I missed something while I was incessantly quacking. Lovely arm, TQ check, left arm. Oh, I got one, two, three. I got like five tourniquets, six tourniquets back here, and I have a left arm. I know how to use them, so I'm not putting on a tourniquet. I don't like putting them on. They suck because they pinch the living crap out of you. But Kevlar getting ready to expire. Um, I have some stuff that I took. Right, if a tourniquet doesn't hurt, you're not wearing it right. I don't want to hurt myself, so I'm not into that stuff. I'm not into that whole hurt yourself for no reason. Ugh, just can't. Um, I had some old Kevlar from back in late '90s, early 2000s, from back in my previous life that I took out and put some rounds on, and it was doing just fine. So that was about 3 years ago. I took it out. So 25, so it would have been about 22. And it was from back in 99, 98 or 99. Um, and one of the six pieces worked perfectly fine. So I would venture to guess that the other five were still good. So I use those in as a supplemental backer in some cases, with the like backpack armor, stuff like that. That's where I would use something like that. Um, Never a bad idea, even in a hiking backpack to have something like that. Just even as a shield, somebody's gonna come at you with a blade or something. Yeah, nylon shelf life kind of sucks, but if you take care of it, and I mean, it's in good working order for what you're doing. You're not beating the crap out of it and exposing it to salt water and chlorine and all this other stuff, constantly cleaning the stuff. You're all right. Um, like whenever I wash my stuff, here's a good little tip. whenever um whenever I wash my stuff, something I learned very early on is I always take, and if I put it into a washing machine, I do a gentle cycle and I only use baking soda. I air dry it. If I'm hand washing it, which I mostly hand wash it, I get a big Rubbermaid tub and I um, put some warm water in there. I put baking soda in it. I use distilled water to wash my all my nylon stuff. I like my, you know, BDU tops and all the pants and all that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff I'll wash in the washing machine, gentle, warm baking soda. If I do Twin Arrows, welcome, brother. Welcome. I figured you'd get on here at one point. Let me do something here real quick. Let me do something here. Boom. There it is. There it is. Finally got to give it to you. Anyway, when I wash my clothing, quite welcome, brother. When I wash my clothing, I will do a gentle cycle in the wash and then air dry it. Or I will dry it in the dryer on a low heat, more like an air dry kind of setting. But my nylon webbing and all my cool guy gear, my packs, any of that kind of stuff, I put into the Rubbermaid tub with hot distilled water. I will like boil up distilled water, throw that stuff in with baking soda and a scrub brush, and I will scrub it that way. And then I hang it up to air dry. I won't put it through anything else. The chlorination in the water tends to mess with all the stitching and like starts expanding stuff. I don't like it. Don't like how it works, and I've been able to keep some like my Remington pack is I got that in '03 and it's still running strong. I have no issues with it. Let me catch up here. Yeah, Kevlar, you definitely got to keep it flat. You got to keep it flat. That is for sure. Stepped up your game, moved to an Avery Brewing Company. Maharaja Imperial IPA, 10% ABV. Ooh, damn ACR. I could show you all one here. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. It's like a 10.5. Ooh, it's dark. It's like that quad black thing you had. Mm, bet it's delicious though. I get asked about the OTF knives. Uh, saw some stuff floating around about the OTFs. I have one here. I don't know if it's allowed. Is showing blades allowed on this stuff? I'm not sure. Blades are good. Very good then. So I talked about this before. It's an old NATO military style OTF. It is youth stainless. It is. This is the one that my uncle gave me back when I was like 13. I have had it all this time. It's, you know, it wiggles, it jiggles, it does all the things, but it's a cool knife. It's a cool knife, but it's not my nice. Yeah, they used to be able to get these at surplus stores and stuff. I haven't seen any like this style around for a very long time. And it's just like a standard regular blade. It's like a pocket knife blade. It's like If y'all could see this one, it's got like that was pre me getting it. It's all kind of ways loved, but yeah, it's cool. It's something my uncle gave me, so I keep it and love it and cherish it. But yeah, I keep it down here in the desk. I have all kinds of knives and stuff. Like I have little mini multi tools. One of the coolest ones I have. It's just this little stupid multi tool. I keep it on my desk because I always end up needing it for some stupid freaking reason. One of the cool parts is it has a little flashlight right on the multi tool. It's got all the usual suspects, the little saw. I honestly don't know what you're sawing with that, but like maybe some chopsticks or a pencil. Um, but it's got like the little regular blade, got the Phillips screwdriver, and got the bottle opener and flathead. But like when I get into the inside, that's where I always end up using this thing because it's got these tiny little pliers, like way smaller than what my Leatherman is, or any of my Gerbers, or any of that stuff, or my Swiss Tech. I always end up using this stupid thing. What it works really good for, follow me here. What it works really good for is whenever you're trying to weave molly and thread it through the webbing, you can reach up in there and grab it, pull it right through. I can't fit my other multi tools up underneath the molly quite as easy as I can fit these and still pull it. So I like this little thing. Um, all kinds of little stupid projects. This thing comes in handy. It's like, where's a flashlight? I don't want to grab one of my big tactical lights, so I just grab this little guy and see see what I'm doing. That's that. And then I get all these little stupid, these little Chinesium Swiss Army knives. I like to take those and like clean them up and redo them and amp them up and stuff like that. I do a lot of that. And another really cool one here. This is an old school. I'm talking old school. This is a Mitsubishi knife. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen one of these or not. Let me catch up with the chat here. Benchmade, CRKT. Yeah, I'm a blade connoisseur. Um, yeah, I carry my Leatherman Surge with me every day, but I've not been without that thing for forever. But this is the old school Mitsubishi Swiss Army knife. Something that one of my dad's brothers, one of my uncles, that side of the family gave me. And this thing is ancient. I mean, I don't use it for anything. It's got a spoon on one side, right? It's got an actual fork on the other side, bottle opener, like awls, and it's got scissors and saws and things and stuff and some whatnot and like daggone. And it's got like old bone handle on it. Like, see if I can open it. Yeah, you can see better on this side. You can see the handles like bone textured stuff. It's really crazy. This thing is ancient. Um, yeah, I've had this thing since I was like when I got into Cub Scouts. I think my one uncle gave this to me, and it's still got the original cheapy little leather thing made by Mitsubishi, like probably back in like World War I or World War II or something. It's crazy. Fork and spoons are always invaluable. I've become a fan of these stupid things for some unknown reason. We're talking about CRKT, the little Eaton tool. I don't know why, but I freaking like these things. Kershaw has one too that's like a sport type thing. I like them. I don't know why. I just like them. They have a crap ton of these and a crap ton of the Kershaw ones, and I carry one in my lunch satchel for work, and They're just they just work. They're good. I'm glad he made it back, Arrow Glory. Sometimes they just have off days like we do too. When they're not feeling good, they're just not feeling it. Sometimes they get a little spurt of energy, and then they just got to rest for a while. Spin the fork. The old Boy Scout knives that had the spoon and fork on them were made by. They're now made by Victorinox, but years ago, I think Case actually made them. Dude, I like those MRE spoons, the MRE sporks. Um, the cool thing about those is they actually work pretty good as a flame extender. Um, I've shaved those down and I've made like shivs out of them and stuff. I've actually shaved them down and turned them into a feather stick for starting fires and stuff when I was doing sear. They actually work pretty good. In my daily carry, I have a spoon that we got one of the places we went to get ice cream, and I just stuck it. I didn't need it. I just stuck it in my bag. They gave us an extra bright fluorescent orange spoon, so I just stuck it in the bag and I kept it there, just in case I need a spoon. You never know what you're going to need a spoon for, other than food. But sometimes you do need a spoon. Yeah, you guys got thunder and lightning. We got thunder and lightning and high winds and that kind of crap too up here, but we're holding out okay. Everything's good. I mean, we're at 1930 right now, and they were calling it all off by 20, so we should be good. We should be 5-5. Yeah, a tornado would definitely be totally devastating to you guys. Yeah, especially in the bunker there. Yeah, you got beautiful weather and sunshine. Uh-huh. Hmm. Wait till you sweating your McNuggets off. Then we'll talk. No, literally going around the country. I've lived here in PA most of my life. We end up getting thunderstorms, some tornadoes, we get snow, we get all the weather, right? But like when I lived out there on the West Coast, up there by Cresta, it was dust storms and it was the freezing fog and it was like super cold or super hot. Well, family lives in Florida. They end up getting hurricanes and typhoons and monsoons and all the soons and all the canes and all that crap and the humidity and the hot. My friends that live up in New England, yes, I have like two. Um, they end up getting like the torrential freaking downpours and the high winds and stuff like that up there too. No matter what, there's a give and take. You go over to the west side into California, and you got all the earthquakes and all that crap over there. So it's a no matter where you're at, you always end up having a give or take with Mother Nature. Summer's your weight loss plan. Yeah, I'm working on that myself. I've started my journey a bit. Nothing fantastical, but I agree, Grayson. Great Grace. I mean, I would take some snow in the mountains over hurricanes and regular tornado alleys type stuff. Laura, you need to get some calories on board, brother. I guess let me rephrase that. Depending on what the two meals were that you ate, depending on what the two meals are that you eat, they're calorie dense and okay, you might be able to go pretty good with that. But like personally, what I do, um, I do fasting. I do. My wife didn't like it at first, but now she goes along with it. She understands my method. Um, I will not eat after 8 o'clock. I don't eat breakfast, any of that kind of stuff. I wait until the next day at lunch and then I eat like a lighter lunch. We're breaking the fast. So we want our metabolisms to get simpler stuff like fruits and some maybe some vegetables or something, but nothing too much. So that's what I try and eat for lunch. And then dinner, I eat like a normal dinner, whatever. Like tonight we had burgers and tater tots. I have two burgers and some tater tots and I'm good. But then I won't eat anything after 8 o'clock. If I get home at 7:30 because I'm busy doing all kinds of stuff, I just ain't eating until the next day at lunch. That's all there is to it. So yeah, I munch at lunchtime, but it's worked for me. I went from 206 down to 188. Just doing the fasting and stuff like that. Um, Getting into warmer weather, taking and being able to get out and do things that it's not absolute zero outside and freezing and nasty, and I can get out, touch grass, then you know everything will be better. But I'm not going to end up in the same boat that I was. Um, After I lost my mom in 18, yeah, I kind of put on a few and then lost my dog in 22, lost my dad in 23, and so on. I was throwing it on board. Well, no, I'm going the other way. Yeah, snow sucks, but I'd rather take it than I hate snow. I absolutely hate snow. I was an adult. I used to love it as a kid and snowboarded, and I used to coach Special Olympic Ski Club and all that kind of stuff. And I loved it going out, taking snow machines out and tubing and doing all that stuff. It was great. It was fun, all kinds of cool. But now that I'm older and I just have to like work, it sucks. Totally sucks. Twin, you're not kidding, man. When I went down to visit my boy Rat, um, over down your way in Clayton area, he he was like, "Man, it's pretty warm down here, so you dress accordingly. Be prepared." Well, I went down. I didn't realize how humid it was. I'm like, Judas Priest. He's like, I know. I was like, because he's back in the woods and stuff like that where he lived. But I kind of forgot how it was from my time down at Vietnam, visiting there. Um, I was probably too young to pay attention to it, and it didn't really as affect me as much as it did when I was older. But that's probably a lot of it too. Plowing and shoveling gets beyond old. My neighbor and I were talking about getting a few radio control dozers and plowing our driveways and our sidewalks with our radio controlled dozers with the like the FPV drones. They have the thing goes on. You can, yeah. We were talking about getting a few of those to clean off our areas, which is kind of cool because I got him a UV5R and taught him how to use the radio and all that kind of stuff. And we'll be talking back and forth between the house. I mean, we could just call each other or text each other, but we just pick up the radios and talk back and forth that way. Like we're a couple of kids. But yeah, we're talking about getting those things and doing that. And we wanted to take and get like the end loaders and the dump trucks. Um, and it's like we want to. I want to have fun with this stuff, right? Because he got a little end loader uh, excavator, excavator for Christmas, and he was out like clearing on the snow off his back porch to clear a path for his little dog to go out, go to the bathroom. So we're sitting there, and he's doing that, and he's like, "You want to try it?" I'm like, "Cool." I'm, like moving the snow and stuff with him, but yeah, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I know, showing the age for sure. But I was getting tires installed today, and I'm talking to ACR, and he's like, "Oh, I'll let you go." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm chill. I'm just here sitting in the waiting room. They got like old school Ninja Turtles cartoon on TV. I'm just sitting here just chilling. Like it's all good." But no, we want to get all like that heavy equipment type stuff and get a couple rippers that we can just like race around. Um, but then the wife started talking. They were going to build us a big sandbox so we could just sit there and drink our beer and play with our little radio control cars and stuff. But I was talking to I forget who it was. Might have been PCR Twin. I said about my Transformers. There it is. I'm not wasn't kidding. I do have the Autobot, and then I have the Viking. But yeah, I love this guy. I actually got this one when I lived out in Washington. The guys that used to own Twisted, um, they had a place over in Pasco. They did like custom motorcycles and stuff like that. They had a guy in there that was doing tattooing and stuff like that. And he used to go on tour and do all that kind of stuff. He's really good. Um, yeah, I had him do that for me. Make everyone jealous. New York strips, cheddar, sausage, and potatoes on the grill. I just had New York strips the other night, so it was in the half shell. Turtle power. Oh, glory. Turtle power. He probably did do a rub. He did rub it in before he put it on the grill, I'm guessing. Favorite Ninja Turtle? Michelangelo. Why? Because it was my mom's favorite Ninja Turtle. My cousin had a cat named Raffy, and I had a cat named Mikey, Michelangelo and Raphael. They were not from the same litter or anything, but growing up, I liked Mikey, he liked Raffy, so Mikey. Yeah, Michelangelo for sure. Um, yeah, I'm not a fan of any of the new Ninja Turtle stuff. Um, the new movies were okay. Went out and saw the first one and saw the second one. Took my youngest and my mom to go see the second one because she loved Ninja Turtles. Um, my mom even would like, she was like 70 years old and she would go out and buy like Ninja Turtle t-shirts and stuff. She loved the Ninja Turtles, man. That's all there was to it. But yeah, definitely Autobots all the way, Quinn. Um, thank you. Um, yeah, I was into Ninja Turtles, but mom, she was more so. I was more Transformers and GI Joe, but I love Ninja Turtles. But mom took me to the whole Ninja Turtle thing and like, hey, you might like this. These guys, Ninja Turtles. I'm like, okay. And I started watching it and I got into it. But I took her to see the new movie with the newest of the Turtle movies back when it came out, um, and she liked it. It was kind of cool because Stephen Amell was in it. I talked about him in the last live. Um, he played Casey Jones in the new movie, so my youngest had a crush on him because he was the Green Arrow, and mom liked turtles. So yes, I have driven down the highway and tried to figure out what cars would be or what faction. Um, I honestly think my truck would be an Autobot. He's kind of like Hound and Ironhide kind of combined in one. That truck has its own personality altogether. I call it GL. It's a green truck. I'm comic book geek, so I called it GL for Green Lantern. Uh, and so he's got his own personality and stuff. I talk to the stupid truck like it's an Autobot, which is so fucking stupid. But hey, it makes me feel good, right? It makes me feel good. Not all foreign cars are Decepticons, and I don't think all American cars are Autobots. I think there's a deviation in the mix. They're kind of intertwined. I think it depends on what dealership they scanned the protoform. Nerd alert. Yeah. Yeah. Nerd. Do you not see like the Autobots and the superhero stuff up here in the Batman mask? And okay, I'm a nerd. I admit it. Nerd alert. Definitely remember He Man. Has anyone heard from or checked in on Sophia B? I have no idea who Sophia B is. It's all good, Pilgrim. I have a Pilgrim decoder on here that just autocorrects back what you were trying to say. No idea who Sophia B is. I defer to y'all. Yes, and Twin, I definitely remember He-Man. They're supposed to be coming out with a new He-Man movie, from what I've been seeing, but oh, no problem, no problem, Pilgrim. Yeah, there's supposed to be a new He-Man coming out, and like I'm sure they're gonna DEI woke it all up. We we watched Craven the Hunter the other night. Cool movie. I, like I said, I'm a comic book guy. I'm all into all that stuff. Marvel and DC. I read it all growing up. Um, Craven the movie was pretty good, in my opinion. It was pretty good. There's a couple things I was like, what the? They did nothing to try and tie it into Spider-Man other than the fact of like this new version of Rhino. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. ACR. You can't see me as the fat He-Man brother? Question marks. Um, would you be, hey man? Yeah, I'm guessing we're all probably around the same age. We probably are. I'm old enough to know better and too young to care, I guess. I have the sandwich. I have the chicken wings. I have the drumstick. Because I got my battle axe up here. That thing's pretty cool. Just a showpiece, nothing cool. Just double-headed dragon axe with some Viking runes on it. I mean, you can't beat Gen X. We're the best of all the worlds. We got. We were pre-tech. We came up as the tech grew with us. Great Jaga's Ghost Pilgrim. I remember Thundercats. Sort of omens. Give me sight beyond sight. But yeah, we grew up with the tech. The tech kind of grew up with us, but we still know the old school ways. So we're kind of like the last like generation before it's all like meh, phone screen, meh, as we sit here all with our faces on the screen. Yep. Oh, ooh, Thundercats. Just- Yep. I a Thundera right there. Nerd. Nerd. Yep, that's me. Nerd. Yeah. Got a sweatband with the Eye of Thundera. I really wish that they would come out with a Thundercats movie. If they're doing He-Man, they've done the GI Joe stuff, they've done Transformers. I'd like to see a Thundercats. I'd love to see Voltron. Yes, ACR Voltron, totally. Repetza. Speak a little Gora. But no, I'd like to see like Voltron, Thundercats. I'd like to see Mask. Love to see Mask come back and like them at least do a new rendition of Mask and do it justice, or do a live action kind of movie with Mask. That would be cool. Centurions, that'd be another cool one. Visionaries, cool stuff like that. Yes, it makes my day too, man. No, no, we didn't have phones to record the shenanigans. We just told the lore. We just carried the lore on and talked about it at the next field party for somebody else. That's what we did. Kind of cool. We were kind of legends. Oh, there was proof, but we just hit it really well. We got really good at hiding stuff. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done a lot of that. Yeah, ACR. Sometimes it's good to take a trip down memory lane. A lot of people end up getting stuff, and like with all the craziness and all the chaos and commotion. I was talking about that in on episode 48. A lot of chaos. We get a lot of chaos with stuff going on. We see on these stupid things all the time, right? It's like, what the hell? But whenever we get to go back and like think about this kind of stuff, it breaks us from memory holes and it takes us down memory lane. So it's always good to be able to do that. Keg stands. Keep talking keg stands. Get you whiskey. I got 4 bottles out there, ACR, that one of these days we're gonna have the whiskey conversation, and mm, they got some, definitely put some lead in the pencil. Yeah, they're not meek by any means. Anybody else just keep a random ass hank of paracord in their vest drawer? Yeah, I got 4 bottles. My cousin brought them in. I've never had them. They still have the wrap on them. I have not touched them. I also have the hand grenade smoker over at the bar. I have 12 different types of wood for smoking. So we can always hand grenade smoke anything we want. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I started smoking my whiskeys and stuff, and all the stuff is delicious. Better Death Drawer than yes, that is. Thank you, Grit and Grace. Pilgrim, yeah. I mean, I got stuff in here I can't even talk about, but I can't even show on camera. But like, Why is this in my desk drawer? Like, why? Like, battery testers, cables for programming radios, dental picks, uh, extra headphones. Like, okay, it just dawns on me. I really need to clean out my desk drawer. Not like it's much of a desk, but Chris, so the fact that we can look back and see that we're still here means we are legends. Just saying. Just saying. Lines of cocaine, never done any of that. Safely, I can say honestly, I've never done any of that. I was given I was given speed once by a kid I went to school with. I was a sophomore, he was a junior. I had massive headache, and I knew him from scouts, and he was like, I was like, man, I got such a freaking headache. I just can't even concentrate. And he's like, dude, I got some Tylenol. Cool, man. Thanks. Yeah, it was speed. I felt my hair growing back when I had hair. Um, yeah, it was bad. So I never touched anything. I drank, smoked cigarettes, smoked cigars, chewed, but never got anything else. Um, stupid shit. Yeah, tons of stupid shit. Paracord because you never know. You just might need it. Boondock Saints taught us you never know what you're going to need the rope for. You just always do. Nope, that was my one and done with that stuff. When he apologized to me later that day, I was in like second period. Like at the end of the day, he saw me. It's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to give you that. That was a mistake. That was speed. That was for me for after school. But yeah, do you still need that Tylenol? I'm like, no, dude, I'm not getting anything from you ever again. I'll just go to the nurse's office and call it good, right? I could not imagine you doing the booger sugar, man. Ain't no way. Dude, you gotta mess with HR. We don't have HR at my facility. So we can basically say what we want there and nobody's gonna give two craps. Tell the guys I work with that they can suck it from behind all the time. ACR did cocaine and we never heard from him again. He's under the jail. I think if ACR did do the booger sugar, he would probably break into the jail, put himself in the cell, and take a nap on the cot, and then wake up, be like, "What the hell just happened?" Yeah, the old booger sugar, the nose candy, power powder. I have this stuff I talk about all the time. Always talked about it on the Warrior Collective. I bring it up on Tin Man podcast. It's called the pucker powder. So that way, whenever people get upset and they get their butt cheeks tight over something I'm saying, they can take the pucker powder and put it on their butt to unclench their cheeks. So the pucker powder helps them keep their cheeks from getting tight. Kind of reminds me of like talking about all this stuff. It's like reminds me of Deadpool. Takes and sticks a bag up underneath his mask and goes. And he's like, "Here we go." 240 doing meth. Hmm. Oof. Yeah, nah. No, I could give myself an aneurysm doing math. Give Stella a run for her money. I don't know, dude. She's pretty like between her and Magnus, dude, they're both pretty freaking but then he just hits a wall and then he's just like the couch lump. But no doubt. Ooh, what do I got here? Ooh, here's some breaking news from my local AO guys. Um, coming out of Pittsburgh. Um, no, he actually did not fight me for that. Believe that or not. Um, he's good. He puts on sweaters and boots and stuff like that for the wife and I all the time. So he was just wearing a duck hat the other day. I walk home and he's like, "The fuck is on the dog's head?" Duck hat. I would have put bunny ears on him the other night. Um, coming off of Pittsburgh Scanner, Mount Washington, Virginia Avenue at Rom Way. Caller says that a blue van was following a 10-year-old. Some guy got out, snatched up the kid. The kid was screaming, "You got the wrong kid." Police department are en route to a house in the south side slopes where the plate comes back to. Police department is reacting like this is a real abduction. Blue Toyota Sienna. They never said the plate over the air. Plate is in the LPR system for automatic alert. Police department says witnesses came forward who took a video of this going down. So craziness. I agree. Wood chipper time. Slow mo. Yeah, Mags is my boy. I love that dude. He is like literally the best. Um, let me find a good one to show you guys here. He's a special kind of special. I will say that. Where is it? I have like 800 million pictures, and he is so good with our granddaughter. It's not even funny. He absolutely loves her. She absolutely loves him too. Every time they video call us every day, she's like, "Magnus, Magnus, Magnus." So we have to break out Mags, and we don't have it on that roll. Um, no. Is it one? I'm trying to think. Is it one I took or one that wife sent me? I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but he likes to get uppies. He will come over and jump up and grab a hold of my hips and then reach up and grab a hold of my shoulders and try and pull himself up and start dancing, start jumping up and down until I put my hands, pick him up and hold him like that. That is, that's our little boy. You know, a lot of times people get charges for stuff that's absolute BS that should not even be a thing. It's a legit thing and it happens every day all over the place to a lot of good people. I love the whole probable cause thing. You were breathing and in the 100-mile vicinity, so good enough for us. Okay. I got pulled over, and cop and his partner drew their guns and approached the vehicle after getting on the loudspeaker and telling me to put my hands out the window and stuff. Right. I was driving and was like, I think it was like an '02 Nissan, silver Nissan Sentra, and I just literally went to Sheets. It's a gas station convenience store place. Got some food, got gas, grabbed a drink, and was heading back to my place. It was literally after I got done, um, basically being a guest to teach at a karate school. And driving, got some dinner, was on my way home, and they pulled over, hands out the window, all this. They came up, opened the door, got me out, stand up, blah blah blah. Spun me around, smashed me up against the back of my car, slammed me in handcuffs, all at gunpoint. Never asked for identification, nothing. Threw me in the back of the cruiser. I'm sitting there and I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, what do I do? I literally am 100 yards from the gas pump that I just finished getting gas and got in my car. Like, what the hell? Come to find out, they were looking for a 52-year-old Hispanic male driving a black Nissan Altima. I was a white 22-year-old male driving a silver Nissan Sentra. Not profiling here or nothing, but what? Stupid. I'll tell you what, out there, it's the laws out there are absolutely just not a fan. And there's a lot of people out there that get away with a lot of bad stuff. But if somebody stands up to them, not even to do anything, but just vocally stands up and physically stands up, not to be pushed around anymore, then they're the bad guy. It's ridiculous. If the person feels threatened, they feel threatened. Forget all the times that you probably called or tried to pursue something. No, nah, let's forget about all that. Forget about all that because their feelings are important. Eh. Well, yeah, of course. Literally, you caught him red-handed, so it's your fault that you caught him. It's your fault. I had somebody I thought was a friend a while back say that I needed to apologize to him because he lied to me about something. I'm like, that's not how it works, dude. Like, I had no idea you were lying. I took what you said as face value. I was like, okay, well, it's telling me the truth. Whatever. It's just like a whatever. How am I supposed to apologize to you that you lied to me? Doesn't work that way, homie. Sorry. Haven't talked to the dude in months. So yeah, you mean yeah. You catch somebody in something and yeah, it's all your fault. All your fault. Quit crying and do some damn push-ups. I agree. I actually was doing that before I started all this while I was waiting for my podcast to do its thing. and process so I could schedule it, which was really weird. Would not let me schedule it. I had to publish it now. Like as soon as I was done, I had to publish it then. So everybody's getting it a day early. So it is what it is. But no, I'm of that thought too, Pilgrim. If you know you're gonna end up going in, you might as well go for it, full send. Sometimes it's better if you, I don't know. I probably shouldn't say that stuff here in this space with the face and the stuff and the time for chow and game of Clue with the family. Have a great evening, ACR. I'll be talking to you, brother. Tell the fam we said hello. Yeah, we'll be keeping your thoughts and prayers with all that, Krista. I mean, I've been down that road. I've been down that road. I was blamed for doing something and had no part of it. Wasn't even there. And eyewitness testimony says I was not there. I was on camera somewhere else, but yet I got blamed and pinned for being here instead of there. I don't know what to tell you. I can't be in two places at once. I mean, I'm pretty magical and like, my skills and demo man. What's up, buddy? I can't be in multiple places at once. It's just physically impossible. I have not broken the, realm of quantum physics. So yeah, I know how that goes. And there was nothing I could do about it. Said it was me. That's all there is to it. Somebody else said it was me there doing that. And I'm like, I was over there. I was 14 miles that way, somebody's house, and I'm also on camera at the convenience store next to their house. At the time I was there, no, I cannot teleport. I cannot. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not saying it's not possible for me, but maybe one of these days. Get drunk enough and, you know, drunk enough on the couch, wake up in the bed. Drunk enough on the couch, wake up in the bathroom. It happens. It happens. I've been there before. But no, I definitely feel for you on that, Krista. I've walked a mile in those shoes. Squeaky clean record and all this and all that. And all you can say is Bohica. Bohica. Bend over, here it comes again. It's one of those Bohica things. What time we got here? Well, I'm rocking at this thing for like an hour and a half now. I should probably get up and finish doing my stuff so I can get my stuff ready for tomorrow time for going back to work and making the donuts. I don't want to go to school. Like I said last week, I just don't want to go to school. I mean, if you're going to pay for it, you might as well end up doing something to pay for it. I remember when I was a kid, my cousin stole a pack of gum and I got in trouble because he stole a pack of gum. I was sitting in the back seat of the car and he ran in to get something or other for his mom and came back and he got away with the pack of gum and I got punished for it. And I sat in the car the whole time. I was with my parents going to visit my one uncle in the hospital one time and we were coming home. I'm in the car with my parents and we see my cousin and his friend walking up the tree line going up to my tree house. What the heck? Okay. I wonder what they're doing. So me being the dumb kid, I'm just like, hey guys, blah blah blah. As soon as I popped out of the car, went up and started swinging, playing around the tree house and all that kind of stuff. Come to find out, they like broke into a cabin and like took BB guns and Playboys and all kinds of crap and stuck it up in the top of the treehouse where I couldn't get to because I was too small. I couldn't reach up there. Well, yeah, they took my other cousin, that cousin's older brother, up and was showing him stuff. I didn't know anything about any of that. Ended up, I got punished, and he got to go to see the Yorktown, the trip I wanted to go to see the naval ship, and he got to go to the trip, and I had to stay home and be the little bitch back and forth between our houses. So I got bent over on that. Yeah, delegated punishments are terrible, dude. Getting voluntold you're doing stuff because you did this when you had nothing to do with it and weren't even there to do any of that. Krista, I gotta say that's commitment. To drive 90 miles, 90 miles, that's commitment. That gives you some time to think about things. And that could have gone far worse than what they're claiming it to have gone. So you had a lot of time to think there. So kudos to you. Kudos to you for taking the moral high ground when you got there. But 90 minutes or 90 miles, rather. If I had to guess, I'd probably know the vicinity of where that's at. Yeah, I said damn it to that story too. I lived it. So yeah, I said a lot of damn it's. But that was like the nice version. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Yeah, I said a lot of choice words whenever I was having to do all the stuff, and my cousin got to go and have all the fun. I was the pioneer in the EDC pocket dump thing. Um, no, you can go ahead, demo man. Just you know, tag tag me and Twin Arrows in it, and because he started it into a thing, um, tag him into it, tag me into it, and post your video, man. And everybody follow. Make sure you're following everybody here. Follow everybody, and show support and do all that stuff. But yeah, demo man, go ahead, do your video, man. It's always cool to be able to see what people are carrying every day, and maybe in your own mind space, it's like a thought project to okay, I carry a Swiss Army knife. I don't carry a multi tool because I work in an office versus wherever. Hmm. You know what? I work in an office too. Maybe I was thinking about maybe carrying some. Maybe I'll carry a Swiss Army knife, and you might inspire somebody to carry a Swiss Army knife, just for example. Ooh, he actually did. That's grossy Josie, man. Ugh. 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 I don't want to know what kind of bodily functions he was having. Ugh. I actually know a chick named Karma. She's a good chick. Yeah, I like my Swiss Army knives. I do carry a mini one. Um, it was one that was given to me. Just little blade, little file, little pair of scissors. But yeah, I always carry that one because I like the fact that it's got the little tweezers on it with the E and E tool. You know what you can do with the little tweezers, shims and stuff. The toothpick and all that cool jazz with the little improvised things with those. I like carrying that, but I don't have like the full on one. I don't carry it. There's two here I'm working on or restoring and doing stuff with. Because sometimes you end up getting like some of these, like I like the black on this. It's the same exact. But what's crazy is the blade on this one, the regular blade on this one is really flimsy, whereas the blade on this one is actually substantial. So I want to take and gut these and then turn them into one really cool, functional, and solid knife. So when I get the time to do so, I'm going to do it. I mean, another thing that kind of is crazy about these things, I don't know if you can tell, the toothpick kind of like has like a yellow cast to it. It kind of like turns yellow after years and years, whereas this one's still white. I want to make it look pretty. But occasionally I'll order like new shells for those and swap them out and do all that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. One of the little stupid hobbies I get into every once in a while. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call the live for here. Let you guys get on with your evenings. Um, Stay prepared. Keep training. Keep inspiring others. Keep giving words of encouragement. Words of encouragement where needed. Give a kick in the ass where it's needed. Stay classy, San Diego. Just don't get into the nasty. Just don't get into the nasty. She said, right nasty, like right nasty. But yeah, don't get into the nasty. Be good. Was that on Bill and Ted's like be good to one another and stuff, like Keanu said and things, that kind of stuff. Anyway, you guys be cool, be good, and I will catch you guys here on the next round of the Tin Man's. Episode 48 is out on the podcast on Spotify, so any of y'all go to it, have fun, go listen to your favorite domesticated moron, and until then or the next time, metal out.